Okay guys, just want to show you. I'm making lasagna. So I took some of my meat and I minced it up and I add a little bit of nutmeg and some clove. And this is going to go into my lasagna, but I'm going to show you. I did reduce the amount. Let me just lower this sound for a second. I'm frying up zucchini for my lasagna, so I've got the fan on. But I did change the amount of agar in my new meat recipe. Just want to show you. And there it is. I took a nice chunk off, but look how beautiful this is. And look how easily you could actually pull this apart. So instead of putting the whole package, I did use less. I don't want to break it up because I want to use this for sandwiches for my husband. But I did use less agar and the meat came out fantastic. So if you don't want to use the whole package, I say use less. But this meat, and there's that beautiful gelatin that the gravy makes. But look how beautiful this meat is. It really is something else. Easily pulled apart. Delicious. Nice and firm. So yeah, if you want to play around with the amount of agar, do play around. This batch I did use 2 tablespoons rather than 3.5. The next batch I'm going to make, I'm going to lower it even more and see how that works. Now someone asked me, what about if I use kappa instead of the agar? Will it work? I haven't used the kappa yet, but I will use the kappa in one of my other recipes just to see the difference between the agar and the kappa. Someone told me they didn't have any agar and they used pectin and it worked for them, and that's great. I'm very happy, but I just love the way the meat comes out with the agar in it. It is a complete different type of meat, and I like it better this way. So I will be using it no matter what I do. Let it be my roast with the beet. I will be putting agar inside my recipe, unless the kappa is a lot better. Like I said, I haven't tried it. Now with this gravy, people say, what do I do with it? Sorry, with the broth. You can make delicious gravy if you're making poutine. What I also did is I took some of this. Instead of using water in my new meat, I took some of the older gelatin that I had and I used that instead of just adding water. And it really added a nice flavor to the meat. So don't be afraid to experiment, guys. Take some of this and use this instead of water when you're making your seitan and see how you like it. And again, leave it in the fridge, and when you're ready to make a soup, you can make a soup, you can make a stew. There's so many things you could do. It's really, really delicious. So guys, it's a small update on my meat. I did cut down on the agar, and I am still very, very pleased with it. I really, really am. It has a nice texture to it, and the taste, well, the taste is fantastic too. And there it is. Beautiful, beautiful meat. So I hope you like this little update. It's only a small update, but I just like to keep you posted on how my meat is coming and using different, like I said, I was going to use less agar to see how the meat came out. Remember, the first time it was an accident, it just fell right in my gluten. So I made the first recipe with the amount that went into my gluten. But I am playing around with it, and so far 2 tablespoons rather than 3.5 is still fantastic. So don't be afraid, guys. And yeah, so I hope you like this little update, and I'll see you in my next video.